Okay, we are packing up from our 3 nights in this tent, basically in the middle of the Serengeti. Like, it's the Kansas area of Serengeti for the United States. Like, it's in the middle. Night 1, we wake up to an elephant brushing against this, making this sound. And we look out this window. I see Becky doing makeup. That's interesting. And then we see two legs, trunk and a tusk. It's like, it was so close you couldn't even see the body. And it walked along this path. There was an elephant out there. Is it fresh?
Right behind you.
There's rocks.
Oh. It looks like elephant.
Those are rocks. Anyway, so it walked along this, like bumping in a little bit and making some noise and eating grass. And it gets to here, and we're looking out the window, like, oh no, what do we do? It gets to here, and we have limited vision, and it snaps that tree, and the tree was, you see wood chips, it was laying across here, this part of the tree, and they've since cut it and threw it over there. So the elephant then, as it was snapping the tree, its butt, I think, was hitting this and shaking our tent. Got me a little bit nervous, to say the least. Back up, Becky. We don't want a tree land on us. Then he went into here, I think, I can't remember for sure, and then he went over there, destroyed another tree. That's nobody else, that's not our problem. An hour after that happened, 4 guys with a machete show up. We'll be back. Think it'll come back tonight?
They are not sure, but because they walking, they're eating all night, so sometimes.
It was just one though. So was it a male?
Yes. This
Yeah.
male, they have one eye.
It has one eye?
Yeah.
Oh, you know this one.
One eye is already broken. So.
Yeah, it was right next to our tent, right down here.
Yes, they're crossing.
I looked out the window and saw just the feet and the tusk.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge. So those bulls get big. His tusks were big. We couldn't get a good picture of it due to the screen really messes with our phones with the night vision or the night mode. Night 2, Becky, was fairly uneventful. We heard some zebras making some kind of sound like a donkey, and we heard some walking around, but nothing real exciting. Night 3, we had a little bit of spare time, and so we were sitting here. What's going on? We're just sitting here enjoying a lovely
sundown at our tent, our lovely tent, and over there shows up. He's coming our way.
Oh.
It's much. Okay, sorry. There's more. Of course, there's more.
Now I count 6.
Uh-oh. Okay, look at us. He's looking at us. Just hold still. That's a cool picture. Well, I guess we're stuck here. We're gonna be late for dinner. They're all coming this way, Becky.
Hi. Oh my god.
Where? You could probably back roll into this. You know what I mean? I had to put half of it.
His feet were the size of like maybe basketballs. It seemed like his hooves were huge. And It's like 3 times as big as a horse hoof, like shoe, right, Becky? I mean, it's just like a massive hoof. Okay, and then it walked. Then it turned around and went this way, and then we were not late for dinner, but we headed to dinner, and there were other giraffes that were smaller that were just kind of walking around. Okay, made it through. Get back to bed. Have a dinner. Go to bed. And I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Becky was coughing a little bit. 3. And we heard some noises, which is all the time, and then we heard some footprints on this pad. Like, what is this? And so we look out the window, and it wasn't this unzipped. It was like a little bit more than this, maybe, just for a breeze. We look out the window, and right here, smelling one of these, I think this corner or that corner, he was kind of sniffing it. Was a hyena. Just right there. There's like a dog. And it sniffs it. And I go, and we're looking at it, like, what do we do? And then it moves closer, and it goes to investigate this. And I'm like, I hope that's closed all the way. Made me a little bit nervous, and we kind of made, as it was, like, okay, the closer it gets, the more we got to do something. So when it sniffed it, we kicked it we did like this, hey, but it was zipped up, so they didn't kick open, and it took a step back, and then it looked, and I think it did it again, right, Becky? It's like, okay, well, something's in there, so it sniffed again at the corner, and we kind of made noise at it, and then it jaunted off to this area to stare at us. And then I got my flashlight, and right when I got that far, I, with my hands, made sure this was closed, because I was sure that it was, but I wasn't sure enough. So it was. I think. I mean, it's safe. It's not going to bite through canvas. It doesn't. They look for actual prey, not work. So with the flashlight, we hit the flashlight, and it ran back behind the trees here. We saw the little beady eyes. And several times throughout the night, we continued to hear the kind of a cackling or howling. It's not really laughing, though. It's clearly like a canine. Woo, 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 woo. Like, I think maybe they have individual sounds because they're so different, but they're all, I don't know. It's interesting. So that was our 3 nights camping in the Serengeti. And while I'm doing this, I might as well walk this way. So it's pretty fancy for a tent. We have solar powered lights. We have a talking shower. So you tell them that you want a shower at 6 p.m. or whatever. And sure enough, a guy will show up with a bucket of warm water. Like the heat, it smells like firewood to me. And he will lower this thing, fill it up. He'll raise it to the top. You can tell none of our neighbors are taking showers. And they'll say, okay, shower ready. And then there's a little pull cord in there that you release the water or start or stop the water. And then this is a flushing toilet here. If you run out of water in your shower, you like say, I'm not quite done, and he'll add more water to the bucket. So we never slept real great in here because it was always so many animals around. The scariest was the elephant. It's a pretty firm bed. All the beds in Africa have been hard. But yeah, it's. I mean, for a tent, it's very luxurious.
You have a sink.
We have a sink with water that you could wash your face with or hands, but not drink. This toilet has been one of the better toilets in Africa. And here's the shower system with the pull cord.
Spiders might come in while you're showering.
Yeah, Becky had a spider in her shower. Oh, I guess I could turn the light on to really show it off good. It has a light feature. Oh yeah. And there we go. That was the tour of our tent and the animal encounters. Which one was the most intense?
That's hard. I don't know because we got to be outside for the giraffe. That was cool.
Yeah.
And
The giraffe was
hyena
unknown.
sniffed at the opening.
The hyena did test us. And then I was on high alert for a while because hyenas they test things.
But the elephant was so big.
Yeah, we're looking at here. You see legs, trunk, and tusk between these two windows. It's like, wow, we have fabric between us. Fabric. And then, yeah, he was over here to the elephant. I think the elephant for me was definitely more intense because I know that they, especially the bulls, and that's what it was, are dangerous. Now they say in a tent you're pretty safe as far as it doesn't attack you in the tent. But it was so close, and I thought it was going to bring a tree down onto the tent. I was nervous of that. So I knew that was dangerous. Now I didn't realize that the giraffe was not that dangerous. We asked our guide, should we have gone back inside the tent? He said, no, stay outside.
It's funny.
Just don't make it mad. I don't know what you would do to do that. Go smack it or something. But just sit there, and it knows you're there, and it's okay with that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have came over. And then the hyena, that was cool. That was cool. The hyena thing was less than a minute. We're just looking out the window. Oh, there's a hyena right there. It comes over to sniff. Go away. Yell at it, and then back up and test, and then off it goes.